Hello and welcome everyone. Let's see one more example in the construction of DFA type 12. Construct a DFA that accepts set of all strings over the alphabet A, B which contains even number of A's and B's. Before constructing the DFA for this language, remember that if any symbol of the alphabet is not present in the string, then the occurrence of that symbol in that string is considered as even. For example, if we take a string epsilon over the alphabet A and B, then there is an absence of both A and B in epsilon. Therefore, we considered epsilon as even number of A's and even number of B's. In general, zero occurrence of any symbol is taken as even. Similarly, if we take a symbol A, then there is the absence of the symbol B. Therefore, we take this A as odd number of A and even number of B's. Similarly, if we take a string B, then there is the absence of A, so we take this B string as even number of A and odd number of B's. Now let's start to construct the DFA for this given language. Here we start with the starting state Q0, where Q0 is the initial state and does not read anything till now, therefore represents a string epsilon, and this epsilon is taken as even number of A's and even number of B's, so Q0 state represents even number of A's and even number of B's. Now, whenever the machine reads a symbol A in Q0 state, then the number of A becomes odd, since adding one A in even number of A's becomes odd, and the number of B's remains same, that is even number of B's. Therefore, we make a new state Q1 that represents odd number of A's and even number of B's, and switches to that state on encountering a symbol A in Q0 state. Similarly, what if the machine reads a symbol A in Q1 state? In that case, the number of A becomes even, since adding one A in odd number of A's becomes even number of A's, but the number of B's does not changes, therefore still remains even number of B's, so we switches back to state Q0 on encountering the symbol A in Q1 state, since this Q0 represents even number of A's and even number of B's. Similarly, what if the machine reads a symbol B in Q0 state? In that case, the number of A's remains same, that is even number of A's, and the number of B's becomes odd. So we make another state Q2 which represents even number of A's and odd number of B's, and switches to that state from Q0 on encountering the symbol B. Similarly, if the machine encounters a symbol B in Q2 state, then the odd number of B's becomes even and the number of A's still remains same, that is even number of A. Therefore, we switches back to the state Q0 on encountering the symbol B in Q2 state. Now, what if the machine reads a symbol A in Q2 state? In that case, the number of A's becomes odd and the number of B's does not changes. Therefore, the number of B's is also odd. So we make a new state Q3 that represents odd number of A's and odd number of B's, and switches to that Q3 state on encountering the symbol A from Q2 state. Similarly, if the machine encounters a symbol A in Q3 state, then the number of A's becomes even and the number of B's remains same, that is odd. Therefore, we switches to the state Q2 on encountering the symbol A in Q3 state, as Q2 state represents even number of A's and odd number of B's. Now, what if the machine reads a symbol B in Q1 state? In that case, the number of A's remains same, that is odd, but the number of B's changes and becomes odd. Therefore, we switches to the state Q3 on encountering the symbol B in Q1 state, as Q3 state represents odd number of A's and odd number of B's. Finally, what if the machine reads a symbol B in Q3 state? In that case, the number of A's does not change, so remains odd, but the number of B's changes and becomes even. So we switches to the state Q1 on encountering the symbol B in Q3 state, since this Q1 state represents odd number of A's and even number of B's. As we see in our question, we have to accept all the strings that contains even number of A's and B's. Therefore, we make Q0 state as a accepting state. This is our required DFA. Here, if you make this Q1 state as a accepting state instead of Q0 state, then this DFA accepts set of all strings having odd number of A's and even number of B's. Similarly, if you make this Q3 state as a accepting state instead of other state, then this DFA accepts set of all strings having odd number of A's and odd number of B's. And if you make this Q2 state as a accepting state, then in that case, this DFA accepts set of all strings having even number of A's and odd number of B's. That's all in this lecture video. If you have any queries or question related to construction of DFA, then please leave the comment, and thank you for watching this lecture video.